We're joined here today by Holly Buckle, who is Assistant Secretary of Cargo Operations at the Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry. And I'd like to thank you, Holly, for joining us at the 2024 IFCBAA National Conference here in nice warm Cairns.
Thank you for having me with you today.
Just continue on some of the themes from your presentation, which you've just delivered to our members. And probably one of the big ticket items and pressing issues for our members is the document assessment delays, which I have noticed has reduced somewhat since the peak recently. What are some of the measures that you've put in place to address those issues? And if there's anything else in the pipeline that could help that?
Primarily, we're looking at onboarding more staff. So I've just approved 74 more staff starting in assessments. That is because we've got additional funding through the biosecurity sustainable funding, but also to combat the attrition that we've had over the last couple of years when we haven't been in a position to recruit. The labour market is tight, and then it takes 6 months to train our officers. But in addition to that, you will have noticed that we have an automatic form now for processing overtime requests. That's freed up about 4 people every day that are doing assessments now instead of managing that queue. The Simplified Trade Enhanced Processing System, or STEPS, will also help with that. The measures that are in place to give more visibility of document clearances. So that will mean that people aren't answering the phone to answer those questions. They'll be doing assessments instead, as well as looking at technology that will do more automation in terms of the assessments of documents and integrating our systems. So at the moment, people are looking at up to 18 systems. Having an integrated view will save minutes per assessment, which will make a big difference.
Well, on STEPS, I've had quite a bit of involvement with Nin Hine, another Assistant Secretary involved and charged with implementing STEPS. And I must say that I really do see material benefits to our members when that is fully implemented. So STEPS itself isn't one big new system coming in. It's more of a combination of like systems and process changes and the like. So I was just wondering, what was the aim of STEPS when the department thought it up? You know, was there anything that you thought was the real driver or benefit of STEPS?
I think it's the opportunity to modernise our systems. So we've just had Commissioner Ottram speak to us from the ABF, and he was talking about ICS being 20 years old. AIMS is about to turn 30. So it's about modernising our systems and making them simpler, easier, more intuitive to use, and also run on more contemporary platforms.
Yeah, and I guess a lot of those engagements that the STEPS program is having with our members, there's a lot of like one-on-one industry roundtables and the like, and we get to things like industry engagement, and the DCCC is one of the main avenues that we have for department and industry collaboration. I was just wondering how important the industry engagement piece is to allow the department to deliver the services to industry.
It's absolutely critical. So co-production is at the heart and soul of STEPS. And also when the Minister went to get the first tranche of funding for STEPS, that was his political neck on the line. And he wants to see big improvements for industry. And we need to work with you to figure out what those things are.
Well, and I guess leading on to that, and it's a bit of an open-ended question, and if you get your crystal ball out, where do you see the department? Where do you see DAFF in, say, 3 to 5 years' time?
Particularly from the biosecurity side of things, with the biosecurity sustainable funding package that we have, I see a much more stable workforce. So we'll have the number of staff that we need to do the job, more automation, more focus on the high risk work, and more co-production with industry.
Excellent. Well, I'd like to thank you again, Holly, and thank you for your time at the IFCBAA 2024 National Conference. Thank you.
Thank you.